Hey friends, get ready to code a simple quiz app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, or jQuery preferably. You can use it as a portfolio project or make something real for your school or college. Check out my quiz app. We will make this in today's video. Start with a simple HTML template and change the title accordingly. Then, inside the body section, create a div element with ID quiz container. It is the main quiz section that will display the question, options and everything else. Inside it, put a heading and h1 tag and then create 4 more div elements and put respective IDs in them. Start with the ID question container, option container, score container, and result container. Write score and place a span tag with ID score and value 0 inside the score container. This is the initial display of score value. Check it out. Create a button below the result container. Give it an ID that is next btn and name it next question or something relevant and easily understandable. Check out the result in your browser. The HTML part of our project is almost complete with this button. I'll style the page next. The CSS part will start as usual by styling the body element. I will use an image background for the body, position it center and set the background size to cover. The image is from Unsplash Gallery. Choose your image according to the project requirement. Make sure everything is looking good in the browser. Then add 100 VH height to the body style. Also set 0 margin to clear out spaces. Set a default font family for unanimous display. Nothing fancy is needed. It is for most visible text, so use Arial or any simple sans serif font. After this, set a default background color. I'll use pink to fit with the image. Then, set flex display to justify content in center of the page. Also align the item in center to reach vertical center of the page. For the H1 style, set its font size to 2.4 rem and give it some color. I am using a pinkish orange shade for H1 display. See the result. Now style the quiz container. Use its ID as CSS selector. Start by giving it a semi-transparent background. I'm using shade of white with transparency. The hex code is all Fs ending with 4B. See the output. Then, set 10 pixel outward semi-dark box shadow. It will give an elevated look to the container. Tweak the values here to direct the backdrop specifically to any direction. Also add 10 pixel border radius for a little curve in the edges. See how it looks in the browser. Then set 20 pixel padding to space out the content. It will make the container appealing and light in visuals. Proper padding prevents cluttering of elements in a web page. After this, set 500 pixel max width fit for expansion. And add 100% width to expand the visible container area. End the style by center aligning the text items. I'll give 20 pixel bottom margin to the question container. Set font size to 1.8 rem and add any specific font family, just for the question display. I'm using Trebuchet MS, a sans serif font type here. Feel free to change it accordingly. The option container will only have 25 pixel padding in its style. The option class style will have a block display with 100% width. Set 10 pixel padding, 10 pixel vertical margin, a bluish background color. To complement it, give white color to the fonts. Remove any border with value none and set the border radius to 5 pixel. Add a cursor pointer property. Then add 1.2 rem font size. End the style with transition to background color property. It will have 0.3 second ease in out delay set for smooth color change. Add a darker bluish shade for the background color of the option hover selector. Set font weight bold and 20 pixel bottom margin for the score container. Let's add some text in the result container to see the style. The result container will have 20 pixel font size, bold font weight. Give it a green color for unique display. It will also need 10 pixel vertical and 20 pixel horizontal padding. Now, add some style to the next button. It has an ID next btn, use it as selector in CSS. Give 30% width to this button. Add 10 pixel vertical and 20 pixel horizontal padding. Then, remove any border and set 10 pixel border radius. I'll give it an orangish background. Align its text to center and add a pointer cursor. Give 1 rem font size to the button text. Also set white font color for contrast in display. End the style with transition to its background color. It will give a smooth color change effect on hover. Don't forget to set the background color and hover style of the next button. There is a class called Final Score that I'll use to display the final result once the quiz ends. So let's give it some style. Set its font size to 1.4 rem and give it a matching color. End the style with transition effect that will check the font size on hover. In the hover style for Final Score class, set its font size to 2.2 rem. It will smoothly increase and decrease when mouse hover over the element with this class. The CSS style segment is now complete. Let's continue with the JavaScript section. I'll use jQuery version 3.6.4 in this project. Use latest if possible. Start by adding the reference link in the src property of script tag. Start the custom script below. First of all, let us create a constant to hold JSON data for the quiz questions, answers and the correct answer value for the quiz app. I have already saved some demo question answers, although you must add more data for quality and experience. Now assign current question variable to 0. It will count the position and question number. Also set score value to 0 as initial value. Before anything else, let's check if the document is ready. Then, in the function body call, show question function. Don't worry, it's not ready yet, we will soon code it. Also add a click event listener to the next btn. Put a call to next question function inside the body. We will also code this one soon. Once it's done, start your code by writing a shuffle array function. We will use it to shuffle the options array in QuizData object. Our app will work fine without it, although this function is a good approach for randomizing option position for each question display. This function is easy to understand. It uses a simple for loop to swap the items from one position to another using a random index. Next, write the code for showQuestion function. Start by storing the reference of question container and option container and their respective constants. Also give reference to the next btn. Now set the question text value in the question container. Use the reference of current question number to find the value. Then empty out the option container here. It is for safety measure. Now use the shuffle array function to shuffle the options array of answers. Next, run a for each loop for this array. This loop will return each option and its index, which we will use to create option button in display. Set the value and text property of this button. Also add a class option for this button. Finally, add a click event listener that will call checkAnswer function with current option value. Then, disable the button to avoid multiple click. Next, append this option button in option container. Hide the next btn using inbuilt hide method of jQuery. This button should only be displayed if one option is selected, else it should be hidden. Now write the code for checkAnswer function. It will receive a selected answer to compare with correct answer. So start by referencing the correct answer from QuizData JSON object. Then store the reference of result container, score, and next btn accordingly. Now, put an if check to compare the selected answer with correct answer. If it's true, then show correct in result container and increment score by 1. If the comparison is false, then show incorrect with the correct answer and result container. Put the score value in the text property of score container. Also add show method to the result container. It will be used when we hide the result container on next question function call. Add show method to the next btn to display the next question button once the option is selected. Follow along and you will understand. Now write the next question function. It will change and display new question answer set. At first, get reference to the result container and hide it. Then, check if current question is less than the length of quiz data -1. If it is, then, increment current question by 1 and call show question function. Else the quiz has reached its end. We have to display something to the player now. Therefore set an h2 tag with text value quiz completed inside quiz container. Here, in the HTML property we will also set a paragraph tag with class final score. It will be placed below the heading tag. This paragraph tag will display the final score achieved by the player. The jQuery section for our quiz app is complete now. Let's fine-tune a few things and then see the result. If you like my work, then give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell and subscribe. Write down your thoughts and queries in the comments below. Let me know what you want me to code next. The live link for this quiz is given in description. Try it yourself. Keep coding and thanks for watching.